Hi everybody, today we're going to be talking about shifting. We're going to talk about mechanics of shifting, and then we're also going to look at a couple exercises that will help you as you learn how to shift. Now shifting is really important because it allows us to access all of the notes on our instrument, even if they're way at the end of the fingerboard, kind of in the middle. We don't have to be stuck at the base of the neck of the violin. So there are three main components of shifting. It's a lift, glide, and drop. And those three are very important because when you start in one position, you want to release the pressure, lift your finger from the string a little bit. So you want to release the pressure between your thumb and your first finger, and then you're going to glide along the string. We don't want to come off super far and then move. We want to glide along the string without any pressure. And then when our ear tells us that we're getting close to our pitch, we're going to start dropping our finger so that our finger drops right on the pitch that we are aiming for. That principle of lift, glide, and drop is going to be so essential as you start to do bigger shifts as well and shifts within your repertoire. And one of the most important things is using your ear. As you shift, listen for the note that you are shooting for, and that will help you know when you reach there and when you should drop your finger. Another mechanical thing to think about is your elbow, your arm. When we're shifting, we don't want to get stuck with our arm coming like under our body. We want our arm to be lively, a lively elbow. So when we're shifting, we want our arm to be free to move with the hand as we shift up instead of getting caught on the bout of the instrument and caught as we come up. Now our first exercise is something that you can do with a beginner, a student that is just learning how to shift, and it's a one-string scale. So for these scales, let's just pick A major on the A string, and you're only going to use one finger for this scale, and we'll do overlapping slurs between each pitch, and we're going to make sure that each shift has those three components that we talked about earlier: lift, glide, and drop. So it'll look something like this. And you would do the same thing on the way back down. Now if you're listening, you could hear as my finger lifted from the string, you could hear the glide, and then as you're hearing the next pitch, my finger started to drop onto that pitch that we were aiming for. The next exercise we're going to do is a one string, one finger arpeggio. And for this, you can vary which finger that you use. You can use one and shift only on one. You can shift only on two or three or four if you want to. For the purpose of this exercise, we're going to do A major and we're going to shift on two. And for this, we also want to be listening for that lift, glide, and drop. And we'll continue to use overlapping slurs, just like this. And you'll do the same thing coming back down, listening for that lift, glide, and drop. Thank you everyone for joining me here today. I hope these exercises and ideas are helpful for you, and happy practicing.